Hey friends, Amy in the studio here, and I'm so excited to share something with you that I have been planning for just a couple weeks now. It came to me and I decided that it would be fun if we did a project together for the entire month of May. So I want to name it like Maker May, Make It Together in May or something, but I can't figure out what sounds good. So let me just know in the comments below what you think we should call this adventure together. Basically, I think that the whole creative movement is more fun when you can do projects together, and what better time to do it than in the month of May. National Scrapbooking Day happens in May, spring is in May, it's almost summer, and well, except for the Southern Hemisphere, but anyway, I feel really happy and inspired and super motivated to do these projects. Also, being in the studio with you feels so good because we get to create together. We get to make all these projects. Make sure you're subscribed so that you can get all the videos right when they come out. And if you have projects that you want to share on social media, please hashtag them Amy Tangerine so that I can see them. And invite your friends. Invite people who you know who want to get creative with us. It'll be really fun, and maybe it could be some kind of movement where we continue through June and we just call it something else. So let's make stuff together in May. Here is the first video of this series. For those of you who don't scrapbook on a regular basis, or if you're feeling like you want a simple but cool looking layout, this kit from my friend Paige Evans is probably perfect for you. I was so excited when I found out that Paige had collaborated with Pink Paisley and designed an awesome collection called Fancy Free. This was a sample from CHA, so it may vary slightly from the actual production run that's shipped out, but it could also be exactly the same. When I open the packaging, I like to tuck the sticky flap under so it doesn't cling to anything that it's not supposed to. With most kits, I like to take everything out of the packaging so that I can see what I have to work with. In this instance, I want to remove the plastic from all of the contents so that I can spread everything out and see the elements that are included. You'll notice that there is the 12 by 12 sheet along with the cutout of the heart, and there's a little curl in the paper, so I'm just going to go ahead and bend it a little bit to straighten it out, and that looks a little bit better. Now I'm going to take everything out of the plastic. If you're not familiar with Paige Evans, she is an amazingly talented scrapbooker. This kit comes with all of the components to make this seemingly complex page, but honestly, it takes so much of the work out of it, making it really easy to put together. I'm just going to fast forward this part, but basically I'm taking the foam tabs and sticking them down onto the 12 by 12 sheet. I changed my mind about where I wanted to stick these things and decided that it would be better onto the die cut. So I'm sticking them down and I'm removing the backing as I'm doing it as well so that it's easier to place, and once I have it all done, I just kind of placed it in all the parts that I thought would be essential, and then I'm going to turn it over, and once I have it lined up, I'm going to carefully let it go and push down slightly. So now the curling looks like it's still there, but oh, that's so much better. Okay, so now I want to get my photo, and I'm going to place it a little bit differently than the actual sample on the back. The nice thing about this kit is that it makes a suggestion, so you really don't have to do much thinking about it. You could copy it exactly like it's shown, or you can put your own twist on it. I love that about scrapbooking in general. I love that it's perfectly fine to scrap lift, you know, copy a layout just as you see it, or you can totally do it however you like. I think that's the beauty of creativity and also of playing with paper. It's really fun to do your thing. As the elements get placed down, I can kind of decide whether I want to commit them to the paper or not. And I think in most cases, I like to rearrange everything so it's to my liking before I use my adhesive. I've had these colorful staples from American Crafts for quite some time, but I definitely want to dig into them and finally use them on this project. I'm taking out the gold staples and putting them into the gold mini stapler from American Crafts. These are actually the same size as the ones for the Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher, so you can use them interchangeably. This stapler is also very easy to reload, and I'm sorry, I'm not sure why it's not focusing, but this is how you do it. And then you have to just line this up and push it a little bit and make sure that little notch goes in the hole, and it's ready to go. I'd like to add 2 little staples to this cluster for both function and for looks. So I'm going to staple once and move it down a little bit and put another staple in. So there's 2 that are lined up kind of askew or off center. Is that even correct? I don't know. Anyway, I just want to also staple this cluster together. And then after I do so, I can attach this with adhesive to the photo. The reason I'm doing it that way instead of stapling the photo is in case I mess up or make a mistake, I don't want to ruin the photo. So I think this is a great way to kind of fake as if the staple is going through all the layers, but it's actually not. Now I'm just going to fast forward again and arrange and commit to the paper, and also put down these words here. These are acetate, so I'm just going to play around with placement before I decide exactly where they're going to go. As you can see, they could go any of these places. They look great. It's just a matter of deciding where I want it to go. I'm trying to get the adhesive only on the parts that are going to be sticking so that you can't really see it. Once I'm done, I can stick this down and then add my journaling, and I'll come back and show you the finished page. All in all, this took about 15 minutes to complete, maybe 20 including the journaling, but I'm so happy with the way it turned out. It's so easy, and I think Paige is a genius because if you've ever seen her work, she actually cuts out all these pieces by hand and sometimes by silhouette. But in any case, this was so easy to put together. It's full of color, it's vibrant, and it just looks awesome. I think it's very frame-worthy as well. Here's the side-by-side comparison. Okay, how much fun was that? I am so excited about this month-long project that we'll be doing together, and we'll be making stuff and having fun. Hope you enjoyed this first video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments or have suggestions for future projects, leave them below. I love hearing from you guys. And remember, all the links should be in the description box below, and I will see you soon. Bye! Make it in May, make it in May. Make it! Yay! The lighting in here is fantastic.